When a major crisis hits, we naturally look for a simple explanation, a single clear trigger. But reality rarely works that way. Think of overlapping chain reactions, thousands of variables crashing into each other all at once. Let's look at a specific academic problem, educational underachievement. If a bright student suddenly starts failing their exams, finding the exact reason is incredibly messy. This page shows the raw reality of an academic investigation. Looking at these initial notes, we see a chaotic list of overlapping factors. You have money and poor teaching right next to health and ADHD. At first glance, they all seem equally responsible. If a student simply copies this list of factors into a university paper, the result is disorganized and academically weak. It reads like a random collection of complaints rather than a rigorous analysis. To write a top-tier cause and effect essay, you have to cut through that noise. You must master 3 specific steps: mapping the network of connections, deploying precise language, and evaluating the exact weight of your evidence. An academic essay is a rigorous intellectual investigation. Its purpose is to bring order to chaos, proving exactly how and why a phenomenon occurs. The first step in that investigation is finding the structural logic. This diagram shows how we start grouping chaotic data into visual relationships. Here, 2 distinct causes interlock to produce a single effect. We are turning a random list into a working mechanism. Next, translate this conceptual map into a linear structure. This block structure chart groups causes together first, followed by effects. The adjacent chain flow chart maps chronological progression. Cause A leads to effect B, which becomes the new cause triggering effect C, a direct domino effect. The structure you choose dictates how your audience digests the investigation. Your conceptual map creates the specific path the reader must walk to understand your argument. A structural map falls apart without the right mortar. You need to connect those blocks using specific syntax and vocabulary. Relying entirely on basic words like because or so simply isn't precise enough for advanced academic writing. Instead, use directionality for cause plus effect syntax. Place the trigger first, overeating, following the right pointing arrow. Overeating leads to high blood pressure. To immediately highlight impact, reverse the syntax. Put the consequence first. High blood pressure is caused by overeating. This text box outlines how advanced writers vary their vocabulary to show connection. Beyond simple verbs, they use specific nouns, like stating one reason for an outcome, or prepositional phrases, noting that prices increased because of limited supply. Precise directional language locks your logic in place. It proves to the reader that you possess total clarity regarding exactly how your variables interact. Mapping and connecting are only the prerequisites. The true hallmark of an exceptional essay is evaluation. You have to look at all those interlocking gears and prove which cause actually matters most. This scale illustrates linguistic hedging. When dealing with minor or unproven factors, a writer uses tentative language. You might say a factor might have contributed to a problem or is associated with an outcome. The scale tips, but only slightly. Contrast that with the language of confident evaluation. When you have the hard evidence to declare the primary culprit in your investigation, you use bold phrases. You state that a factor is arguably the most important cause of, or the major reason for the crisis. Returning to our case study of educational underachievement, we see this evaluation in action. Look at the conclusion notes here. The student cuts through the noise, declaring that the most important are expectations and parents, although mental health is significant. They have weighed the evidence and made a definitive ruling. This is how a chaotic, real-world mess snaps into a logical blueprint. It gets locked together by precise, directional language and is topped with a definitive evaluation of the facts. A great cause and effect essay acts as a powerful analytical lens, bringing the hidden mechanisms of the world into sharp, undeniable focus.